Hello everyone. So this is Ritu Tamret and you are watching my channel ACP FICO with Ritu. And today I have come with a new topic that is like TDS. So all we all know the concept of TDS, how the TDS is deducted at the time of invoice. I mean, in two ways TDS can be deducted, either at the time of invoice or at the time of payment. So let's understand the concept of TDS first. So TDS TDS can be deducted in two ways, we know. At the time of invoice, and secondly, number two, at the time of payment, right? So TDS can be deducted in two ways. We know that, right? So let's see the first one first of all. First one. So what is the accounting entry? Let's see the accounting entries. So our expense account will be debited, you know, right? And then our vendor will be credited, right? And also our TDS is credited. So this is the accounting entry at the time of invoice, the first one. Sorry, let me make it here. Invoice. Okay, so at the time of invoice, this is the accounting entry, as we all know. Yes. So this is invoice. Now what happens after that? We just make the payments. Suppose 10,000, right? So what will be the with how much amount of money vendor will be credited? Only 9,000 rupees. 9,000 at the rate 10%. Suppose at the rate 10%. Sorry, 10%, right? And the vendor will be credited with 9,000 rupees, and what will be our TDS amount? TDS will be 1,000 rupees. So this is the accounting entry, right? And at the time of payment, the vendor will be the check will be issued of only 9,000 rupees, and our bank will be credited. So I'm not going into that. But secondly, in one way, it can be the TDS can be deducted at the time of invoice, and the payment will be done. But in another way, it can also be cut. If suppose we talk about the another way, then TDS can also be cut at the time of payment, right? At the time of payment. So what will be the accounting entry? See, here first of all our vendor will be debited, right? And our bank will be credited, right? And our TDS will be credited. This is the accounting entry. If suppose at the time of payment itself, or payment in advance, sorry, payment in advance, I must say this is payment in advance. Payment in advance payment. Okay. So at the time of advance payment, like it may happen, this may also be the case that our vendor is asking for the payment in advance. So at that time itself, the rule says that we will have to deduct the taxes also. Suppose the full amount is 10,000 rupees, but the vendor is asking for 4,000 rupees. Let me make it 4,000 rupees in advance. So our at the rate 10%, what will be the TDS amount? It will be 400 rupees, right? And our bank will be credited with 3600, right? Correct? Absolutely fine. Now okay, so this is the scenario when we make the advance payment to the vendor. So TDS will also be credited at the time of payment itself, but only at the amount which we are actually giving to the vendor as advance. So we are giving only 4,000 rupees, so 400 will be the TDS amount and bank will be credited with only 3600. Okay, now we will make the invoice now, because we have already given the payment. Now we will make the invoice after giving the payment. So let's make the invoice now. Suppose the advance has been given on, suppose 02/05/2021. Suppose advance has been given on this date, right? Now, and we are making the invoice after the finishing of the job, whatever is the expense, whatever is the contract, whatever, after the finishing of that job. Suppose the job finished on 10th, and on 10th itself the vendor gives us the invoice and we have to make the entry. So that is 10/5/2021. Okay, so what will be the invoice like? What will be the entry like? Expense will be debited with how much amount of money? 10,000, right? And then our vendor will be credited, obviously, and TDS will be cut. TDS will be credited, obviously. So we have already deducted, see, we have already deducted 400 rupees here. So we cannot deduct the taxes at 10,000 rupees once again, because 400 rupees has already been deducted. So 6,000, only upon 6,000 we will deduct the taxes, which is 600, right? So what will be the vendor amount here? 9,400. Okay, so this will be our vendor amount, 9,400 rupees. And now this the rest of the money, what will be the payment? Let me write the payment entry also. Suppose the same day we have to give the payment to the vendor. I mean the outstanding amount of money. What is the outstanding amount of money on 10/05/2021? So what is the outstanding amount of money? 6,000. 4,000 we have already given, so that is 6,000, but we will not give the 6,000 rupees full. Vendor debited with 5,400 only, and bank will be credited 5,400, right? So this will be the accounting entry, because we have already given the vendor 4,000 rupees. Now the amount will be 5,400 rupees. Why and how all this come? So you do the calculation. So I cannot make the video too long, so that's why. So this is the accounting entry, right? But in the system, same thing, when we have to map into the system, then in that case So into the system, how we have to do the same. So suppose f dash 48, let's give the vendor 26,000, sorry, 26 is the date, and I will take vendor 21, special GLA, and bank is 6001, amount is 4,000 rupees. Star, here we have to give the business place, section code, SIM, and this is withholding tax, and see, TDS payable is 400 rupees, right? So let's save it. Suppose we see this, and this is the accounting entry. See, here the TDS payable is credited. We can see this with 50. Right now, let's make the invoice. Let's make the invoice. Vendor is 21. Amount 10,000. The full amount of money we have to make the invoice. Here also, section code and business place, this is very important, we will have to give it 2000 star cost center. To go to the cost center also, simulate. See, here it is showing that 4,000 rupees has already been given to the vendor as the down payment. So system is giving you warning. So see, here into the SAP system, the things are a little bit different. The system keeps track on it like this. In the full amount of, in the full invoice amount, this is not a water expense. It can be a kind of contract or something like that. But just because it was already created into my system, so I took this as expense, because we have to understand the concept of TDS, not this. So all of us know how TDS are cut and what are the items on which TDS are cut. So 10,000 rupees is the full amount of invoice money, and the system has deducted tax or TDS on the full amount of money, that is 1,000 rupees, right? So let's save it. So what about that 400 rupees which already we have cut at the time of giving advance to the vendor? That is 400 rupees we have already deducted, and here system has once again deducted this 400 rupees, because system has deducted TDS at the full amount of money, that is 10,000 rupees, right? So into the system, what we have to do at the time we see here, at the time when we clear the vendor, see, at the time we clear the vendor, see what happens, how the system keeps track on it. Here I am going to show you. This is simulate. See what happens. Let me write it first here. Clearing of vendor. See what happens, that TDS, this is my TDS GL 4002. This TDS has been reversed. Earlier it was 50, now it is 40. So this, what actually we were worried about, the 400 rupees which the system has already deducted. So at the time of clearing, the system reverses this entry. System reverses this entry rather, as system has reversed this TDS payable with system has reversed this TDS payable by making it 40, right? So save it. See, this TDS payable has been reversed, that is 40. Okay, so this is how the concept of TDS on advance payment, and how the system, SAP system, keeps track on it. This is how it is. So if you like my ways of teaching, my ways of explanations, do like, subscribe to my channel, do like my videos, and also share my videos with your friends. And next time once again I will be coming up with some new topics. Till then, bye bye.